as promised, a very brief video on making your scans look the best that they can be. So, to start with, I am here in Photoshop. I am going to go to the window, and I'm going to go get my layer menu. Here it is. Just so I can keep track of what's going on. And I'm going to go to Image, click on the layer. I'm going to go to Image, Adjustments. Let's do Brightness, Contrast. Now this sketch is a little bit of a mess, so I'm really going to try and clean it up. The cleaner I can get the sketch before I bring it into Illustrator, the easier it's going to be for me to work on in Adobe Illustrator. So here we go. I'm going to do the slider this way, add a little brightness, add a little contrast, add a little brightness. Now the lines are getting kind of light, so I'll bump up the contrast a little bit more. Just play with these sliders for a while. All right, and that should get you where you want to go. If it doesn't, then when I come around in class, just call it out to me and you and I can work on it together. There are lots of things you can do in Photoshop, but for now, we're just brightening it up. And there's one more thing. If you come over here, there's the eraser tool. So I'm going to click on this layer. I've got all kinds of junk. Now, I'm going to change my opacity to 100. The last time I used this tool, I set the opacity lower. But I'm going to come in and you say, oh, okay, wait a second now. Why is this happening? What's happening is I'm scrubbing through the paint layer to that checkerboard is the transparency layer kind of underneath. That's okay. Don't worry. So I'm going to go in and I'm just going to get rid of stuff that I don't need. Right? I'm just cleaning it up a little bit. I'm making it a little less chaotic. You can see where I made some mistakes in my sketch. You can see where things you don't have to be, you don't have to go too cray-cray with this, right? But it would be nice if the sketch was reasonably clean so that I could see things and it was a little less confusing. I'm going to come in here and get rid of some of this nonsense here. All right. And then when I'm done, I come up here to, this is the layers menu. I come up here and I say flatten the image. And you can see this is the white of the page. And this is kind of what I'm doing. So I could really, whoops, sorry. I could really go in here and clean this up, but this is fine. This is good enough for me going on with. I can see everything now. It's nice and bright, and when I bring it into Illustrator, I'll be able to see all of the detail. Go ahead and do this tonight if you have time. If you don't have time, that's okay. We'll do it in class together tomorrow. All right.